Hello students, this is Dr. Ravi Sani. Our today's discussion is about muscles. So basically, muscles are those types of tissue which uh, have a property of contraction. This contractile property is very important, and this property of muscles are effectively used for locomotion and other movements by human beings and majority of multicellular organisms. So muscles have a property of contraction, and this contraction property is effectively used by the human beings and other multicellular organisms in locomotion and movements. Locomotion requires a perfect coordinated activity of muscular, skeletal, and neural systems. So, for effective locomotion, muscular system, skeletal system, and the neural system. All these systems effectively work in a coordinated way to perform locomotion and movements. Now come to the human muscular system. It includes muscles which are mesodermal in origin. So muscles are mesodermal in origin. We have three layers which are responsible for formation of various body parts: the ectoderm, mesoderm, and the endoderm. So muscles are basically originated from mesoderm. Muscle constitutes around 40 to 50% of the body weight. Muscles have excitability, contractility, extensibility, and elasticity. So these are the specific properties of muscle cells. And the first one is the excitability. Excitability means when uh, action potential traveled from neurons to muscles. So this action potential could be transferred in muscle cells, and muscle cells would also generate action potential and will be responsible for contraction. And this contraction could also result extension and elastic property. So these are the various specific properties of muscles. So on the basis of location, we are having three types of muscles. The first one is the skeletal muscles, which are associated with the bones. The second category is the cardiac muscles, and the third one is the smooth muscles. Skeletal muscles are attached with the bone, cardiac muscles are present in heart, and smooth muscles are present in various visceral organs. Now, we are going to discuss about the you first muscles are the skeletal muscles. So skeletal muscles are striated as there are alternate light and dark bands. So because presence of these striations, they are striated muscles. They attach with the bone, that's why they are called skeletal muscles. Attached to skeleton, striations are present. They are voluntarily controlled. Voluntary control means they are under the control of nervous system. Specifically, we can say the uh, central nervous system, rich blood supply, fatigue muscles. Definitely, skeletal muscles have a rich blood supply. Fatigue muscles because after doing exercise, specifically there is a condition of fatigue. So skeletal muscles are categorized as a fatigue muscles. Uh, Cardiac muscles are non-fatigue muscles because they have a specific property of long refractory period. So this long refractory period is responsible for the non-fatigueness of the cardiac muscles. But this kind of conditions are absent in case of skeletal muscles. The third, the other properties of the muscle fibers are multinucleate, or they forms syncytium. Obviously, there is a large requirement or large amount of mitochondria are present because of the energy requirement in ATP form. The second category or the second type of muscle is the cardiac muscles, found only in heart wall. Striations are present. They are involuntary controlled because heart rate, contraction of heart is cannot is not controlled by the nervous system. Definitely, it is influenced by the autonomic nervous system and various other parts of the nervous system, but they cannot be voluntarily controlled. They are under the influence of various parts of nervous system, specifically the autonomic nervous system. Now come to the rich blood supply, as it was also in skeletal muscles, same in cardiac muscles, non-fatigue. So this is very important, as we mentioned in skeletal muscles, they are fatigue muscles because after doing exercise, these muscles uh, develop the condition of low oxygen, and if we'll see about the cardiac action potential of these muscles, in cardiac muscles there is a long refractory period, but such kind of refractory period is absent in skeletal muscles. We'll later talk about the these refractory periods, how they are responsible for the non-fatigueness of cardiac muscles, uninucleate and more mitochondria, as it was also the condition in skeletal muscles. The skeletal muscles was multinucleate. They were forming syncytium. Cardiac muscles are also form syncytium, but they form physiological syncytium. And this syncytium could be divided into atrial syncytium and ventricular syncytium. Basically, syncytium means all the cells work as a single unit. So cardiac muscles behave as a physiological syncytium. Anatomically, they are not in syncytium. The last or the third category of muscles is the smooth muscles. They are present in visceral organs. Striations are absent, as striations are present in both cardiac muscles and skeletal muscles. They are also under the involuntary control. Specifically, we'll talk about that is autonomic nervous system. They have a poor blood supply in skeletal and cardiac muscles. There were a good blood supply, non-fatigueness, uninucleate, and as energy requirement is comparatively less than the skeletal and cardiac muscles, so they have a less mitochondria. There is a condition of similar of cardiac muscles, uninucleate condition, and the same non-fatigueness. Now in this chart we can see the comparison of all these muscles. Skeletal muscles attached to skeleton, visceral muscles present in visceral organs, cardiac muscles present in heart wall. Striations are present in skeletal muscles. Striations are absent in smooth muscles. Striations are present in cardiac muscles. Skeletal muscles are voluntarily controlled. Visceral muscles are involuntarily controlled, and cardiac muscles are involuntarily controlled. Blood supply is rich in skeletal muscles and cardiac muscles. In smooth muscles, it is comparatively less. Skeletal muscles are considered as fatigue muscles. They have a very small refractory period. Cardiac muscles, smooth muscles and cardiac muscles are considered as non-fatigue muscles because of the long refractory period. In case of nucleus, skeletal muscles are multi-nucleate. They form a syncytium. They form a they have a specific condition of uninucleate. Cardiac muscles are uninucleate, but they are considered as physiological syncytium, not anatomical syncytium. This is the anatomical syncytium, but in case of cardiac muscles, they forms physiological syncytium. they work as a single unit. As atria work, when atria contracts, they work as a single unit. So they are considered as the atrial syncytium. Ventricles also contract as a single unit. So the cells of ventricles could be considered in physiological syncytium. Because of high energy requirement, there is a large number of mitochondria. In smooth muscles, comparatively less mitochondria. In cardiac muscles, there is a large number of mitochondria.